Hi friends, Alison here with the Everyday Scrapbooker, dropping in to share with you a double page scrapbook layout. That's a treat. If you followed me for a while, you would know that I typically do not scrapbook double page layouts. My preference is single page layouts, but the pictures that I have to scrapbook in today's layout are 4x6 and there was multiples of them, and I decided to spread them across 2 pages instead of 1. So here we are. I hope you enjoy today's video. I also have to apologize right off the bat. I have roofing going on here today. The shingles are being replaced and it's loud. So if you hear banging and strange noises in the background, it's probably the roofers. Just letting you know. So this double page layout is, as you can see, a watercolor mixed media layout. I used my close to my heart watercolor paints to paint strips across the background. And then I used the same color to create splatters with just a smaller paintbrush. I let that dry and went over to my computer, to my Cricut, and got all the die cutting done. This layout is going to be die cut heavy once again. My crafting has taken a turn again for the better, I think, personally. With my Cricut, I just recently purchased Cricut Access, which has opened me up to all kinds of images through Cricut, and I'm absolutely loving it. So if you've been wondering why everything seems to be die cut heavy recently, this would be the reason why. And I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. The only downside, I'd say, is I go through mats fairly quickly, which could pose a problem with the pocketbook. But I'm loving my artwork using it. So here we are. So I cut some tree branches, some clouds, and a couple of monkeys because in the pictures that I'm scrapbooking, I'm hanging out with my circus of monkeys. It's New Year's Eve and we're having a quiet night at home with just the kids, playing some games, eating some food, and just having a good time with the 4 of us. And the look on my husband's face in this picture right now is kind of what inspired the monkeys. Because he's a goof and we love him. And I thought it worked really well. I decided to take one of my alpha stamps. It's a close to my heart stamp set. It's called Teeny Tiny Type. That's what it's called. And I used it to stamp Love You in the heart that the monkey is holding. That's going to be adhered to the top of the page. You saw me playing around with it just a moment ago. I just used black ink to stamp Love You on it, and I also did the short version of Love, so LUV, just so that it would fit in that heart. I tried showing you the stamping there, but it looked kind of dark to me, so it's hard to see, but it is there. After I've got that monkey adhered, the layout's pretty well done. I'm still going to attach the title to the left-hand side of the photo. Oh, and also the tab there as well. It says Smile. I attached the tree branch with some foam squares just to give it some depth, and the picture was adhered with foam squares as well. Everything else was just with my tape runner adhesive. I think the stars are also adhered with a mixture of foam squares and my Tombow mono liquid glue. Page 2 is going to be similar. It's going to have a branch as well, and a couple of monkeys, and then clouds and stars as well. But there's 2 photos on that page and it eats up most of the layout, so there's not too much else added there. Before I started the video, I actually went ahead and adhered all of the pieces, the die cut pieces, together before starting the video, just to condense it a little bit and save time. So most of the leaves that you see on the tree branch were cut separately from the cut file, and had to be adhered together, and then all the pieces for the monkey were cut separately as well. If you've been following me for a while, you also know that I've been coloring in icons like the monkey and the penguin. I have a penguin in another layout, and similar images like that. This time, for a change, I decided just to cut it straight from cardstock, and so I used varying shades of brown to create the monkey, and then the little heart was cut with blue, just to help tie in the blue color. Speaking of the color, and actually the stripes, the reason I did stripes in the background is because I'm participating with Paper Issues. They have challenges every month, and they have multiple challenges in their Facebook group, and one of the challenges this month was to create streaks or stripes in your layout, and the stripes prompt really inspired me, and I decided to run with that. So this layout was created with that in mind, and it's already been submitted to the group. You could just post, and it's just meant to inspire and to be fun. To add a little bit of bling and sparkle to my layout, I pulled out my diamond stickles, and I'm going to fill in the stars with a small paintbrush just to give it a little more oomph. I also decided to do that with the title as well, and I think I stopped recording, there we go, partway through it because it would just take too long to show you the entire process. And now I've moved on to page 2. So there's nothing new with this page. I followed the same process as page 1, but instead of 1 picture, I add 2, and then just a few other die cuts. Like I said, there's a couple monkeys, there's more stars and clouds. You can see me adding the clouds right now. And I think I create a date cut file as well and adhere it to the far right hand photo near the bottom. I do plan on adding journaling to this layout. I haven't done it yet. I don't quite know where I want to put it. So I'm just kind of sitting on it right now, but I do plan on adding some journaling, or I might leave the journaling off because I am planning on making another layout that is from the same evening, and maybe tie all 3 layouts together somehow, and then just write like a summary for all 3 layouts. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but I left the journaling off right now just because I'm undecided. So once again, I've got the stickles here. I'm going to fill in the stars with some clear stickles. And then at this point, my daughters came down to my craft room and we were talking while I was crafting. And they asked me if I could add bows to the monkeys. At first I said no, and then I thought about it for a second and I was like, you know what, the bows would be really cute, and my girls are right. They should have bows on them to signify that they are girls, because 2 of my monkeys are girls. So I do go ahead after pretty well everything is said and done, and I cut a couple bows. There they are right now. One of my daughters wanted yellow and the other daughter wanted blue. And then they asked if I could add stickles to that as well. And once again, I said no. And then thought about it for a second and was like, why not? So I pulled out, I think it's the blue waterfall. I think that's what the blue one is called. And the gold stickles, and filled in their little bows with some glitter as well. There's a couple ways of adding glitter. My favorite way right now is applying it with a brush, or you can apply it directly from the bottle itself to whatever you want to add the stickles to. And with that, my friends, this layout is pretty well done. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end of this video. There are some close-ups, so if you want to hang around for that, please feel free to do so. And I hope you drop by again. I will have another video posted very, very soon. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you all, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!